Hello friends, welcome to the channel DritalConnect.com. In this session, we will discuss a assessment task asked in interview questions. Okay, so to create an algorithm. Okay, so you can see a page on the screen, like Wikipedia page is there. Okay, so you have to write an algorithm. Okay, that algorithm what does? It will count the most repeating words. Okay, top 25 most repeating words. Okay, like programming. Okay, if you will search programming, then you have 249 count. Okay, similarly, if it is 249, then you have to overwrite 249, okay, number with programming. That means you have to replace the number of count. If it is 249, then you have to replace all over inside this page, okay, with 249 wherever is programming. So similarly with language, if the count of language is 462, then you have to similarly write this count in place of this language all over inside the page. So basically we have the algorithm with us. So we will discuss. First we will show you the output, whatever we are going to create. Okay. So if you have, so we have here logic. Okay. So we will, okay. So you can see we have 249 here all over the place where the programming was written. Okay. Okay, like here visual programming is written like this one. So you can see programming language is converted to the number to its individual occurring number. Okay, all over the page. Okay, so you can see everywhere the number is design and 249 into to programming language. Similarly, you can see in original one we have okay, this one replaced, like all things are replaced with okay with the number of the count. Okay, like proprietary languages is converted to this one. Okay, so we have take out the most repeating words up to 25. Okay, and we have replaced them on. So we have the code with them, and you can see we have the performance as well. So it took 1.2.8. That means 1 second 248 millisecond around. Okay, to calculate all the things on the page. Okay, so you can see we have the logic here. So we will have a simple text here with h1 and h2 tag just to test. Okay, so you can see here how to get, and most is converted to 1 because most is only one time repeating here inside this, and we have repeating here 3 times. So 3 3 2 times and 1 3 is here on h2 tag. Okay, and from 2 is coming from words. Okay, so we have words here, these two and these two is replaced to words. Okay, so what you can see, we will go step by step how to achieve that. Okay, so you can see we have first logged the, we have created an if. Okay, if you don't know if, then you can uh, see that if is just a immediate on invoking function scope. Okay, so that we don't have to run anything here, we just paste and press enter, it will automatically execute. So that we have used if here. You can also use the ESX block scope here. Okay, so you can see we have logged with this, has no dependency on this algorithm. This is just to log the timing. Okay, before starting everything. So we, in the next step, we have a array of most repeating words, which is common words, which we have to exclude from that one. Okay, because this is going to repeat most times inside the page, so that we don't use this inside our page words. Okay, so we have to ignore these all things. So top 100 words we have inside this array. Okay, and then after we will have these keywords array, are, is, where, and was. so we have to ignore that one also. Okay, so for that we have a final words here with 100, and we have splitted this one. Okay, so we have a final array. We are using the spread operator here, okay, to merge two array. Now we go to the document body, okay, and we take out the text content or the inner text. Browser to browser it may have issue, that's why we have both two. Okay, so now what happens, we have taken out all the text content, okay, from the page. Okay, now what we have done, we have converted into the lowercase, the whole text into lowercase, and we have matched with space. Okay, so that have all the words here inside this one. Okay, now we have an empty object. Now we go for on the loop of all the words inside the page. Okay, and inside this loop using the map, okay, we have checking true conditions whether this word, okay, exist inside this all common words. Okay, if not exist, then we will consider it, and then we will check that whether is this its length is greater than 1 or not, so that we can ignore I, A, okay, as well. Now if it passes this scenario, okay, conditions, then we will have log inside this object with key, okay, with 1. In first case it will be 1, then after if exists inside the object, then it will repeat it with counter plus 1, so that we have unique key inside this with counter. Okay, how many times it exists inside the whole words array. Okay, now we will have sort on the object so that we can get out the most 25 used words. Okay, so we will have a loop on the keys of all the on the object, and we will sort with the previous and current. Okay, and here we will use the value, repeating values, okay, from the object, so that it will order into the descending one. Okay, so now we have the descending one inside our this array of keys. Okay, so with the help of that we have taken out the 25 most, okay, up with the help of splice from 0 to length 25. Now our replacement works start from here. Okay, to replace. Okay, so we have the core, we have the keys here, most used 25, and we have their values inside this s. Okay, so we can easily get the number from that. Now our work is to get all the nodes from the body object. Okay, so we have document dot query selector all. We will take body and we will take all the inside the body. Okay, and we are not going to include scripts. If some scripts are inside the body tag or the div tag, we will have to ignore that, otherwise script will be changed and it will block. Okay, so we have for each loop on all the elements returned by this selector all. Okay, so we will get the inner HTML, okay, one by one inside this, and then we will have t25, that means top 25 loop here. Okay, so one by one we will get the key, and we will have regex here. Okay, so we will have one with space and another with have closing tag, okay, of elementing. That's why, because some tags, some words start with this one, and some tags, some word starts with space. That means some word it may be the first one, and some words may have the gap between them. Okay, if you will not do like this, then you can have issue with image source. Okay, if the source will have image source, maybe the problems for that, so you can have to be like this. Okay, so we have two regular expressions with globally. Okay, so we will have value here of the key, whatever the thing have to be replaced is the number. Okay, and we will have replace with regex 1 and then again replace regex 2. Okay, similarly always will for loop for all things for one HTML. Okay, similarly for all HTML. Okay, at the end we have time log and we will have duration here. Okay, so this is the simple algorithm just to count, take the most repeated words from the page and replace with the numbers. Okay, just 3 3, that means this is a repeating with 3 and that. Okay, so this question was asked in some interview questions by reputed companies as assessment, or you can say practical task machine test. Okay, for 6 to 7 years, up to 6 to 7 years experienced JavaScript developers. Okay, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe our channel so that you can have a notification of upcoming assessment tasks or tutorials on JavaScript. Thanks for watching. Okay.